All right, time for another roadside chat. Here we go. So today on the roadside chat, I wanted to talk about the coming storm. Okay, and I don't mean a weather storm. I mean it's gonna get. I think it's gonna get crazy soon, you guys. There's just a lot of events that you may or may not be aware of right now, but there's a lot of crazy stuff that's about to happen, I think. So one of the current events that's going on right now is that Trump actually tweeted, and he has confirmed that he is going to allow the release of the JFK documents, okay? So how this works is that I think it's every 25 years, the standing president of the United States has a choice. Either he can sign a document that basically puts the JFK assassination documents back into hibernation, or he can allow them to be released. I'm not sure if it's every 20 years or 25 years, it's something like that, okay? But Trump just tweeted that he is going to allow these documents to come out and the truth come out about the JFK assassination, okay? And so this is going to cause some chaos, I think, you guys, because I think there's a very good chance that we're going to learn that factions in the deep state that most of the public are not aware of assassinated John F. Kennedy, partially due to reasons like he was going to get rid of the Federal Reserve. John F. Kennedy also wanted to get rid of the CIA, and there's a lot of evidence that points to that factions in the deep state and our very own government assassinated John F. Kennedy. So, and imagine if that's the case. Imagine the loss of trust in the system that's going to happen as the people start to wake up. They start to realize that, that not all parts of our government are working for us, right? That there's factions in the government that seek to enslave us. And Trump's basically going rogue on this, you guys. And, he did promise to drain the swamp, and what better way to drain the swamp than to let the truth be known? Because the truth must be known. For too long, there's been too many conspiracy theories about the JFK assassination. Too many theories about what may or may not have happened, who may have done it, where the money came from, who funded it. Was there more than one shooter? Okay, and it looks like the truth will be known very, very shortly. Okay, and this is and the truth has to be known, you guys. This is the time of truth. And so, the truth has to be known. So, other developments that are happening, you may not know, Catalonia, a region of Spain. Catalonia is responsible for about 20% of Spain's GDP. Catalonia is the richest region of Spain, and they're, trying to get their independence, and Spain is trying to crack down on them. This is going to cause chaos. There's two regions in Italy now that are trying to get more autonomy from Rome. And this is just the slow breakup of the European Union. The European Union cannot really last. And especially as it's structured right now. And this is just this, the continued breakup, you guys, of, the European Union. Okay, so that's going to cause some chaos. We'll see about the financial markets. I don't think there's a stock market crash right on the horizon like some people think there is. But, we'll see. I think it's just going to be a lot of inflation is going to be happening. But, there's lots of these events, that I think are going to cause a lot of chaos to start to happen. So I would say, the JFK doc's about to be released. Catalonia, trying to seek independence from Spain. Another big one is D-dollarization. Right now, Russia and China are de-dollarizing their oil imports. So it used to be that the Chinese and Russians had to use U.S. dollars to buy oil from the Saudis, okay, and other Middle East oil export nations, okay, part of OPEC. And what that basically means is that the Russians and Chinese had to basically buy U.S. dollars on the market because they had to have dollars to buy the oil. okay? And this basically has been propping up the US dollar for decades now. It's called the petrodollar, if you want to look it up. Just Google in petrodollar. And this is coming to an end, and the new deals are going to allow China and Russia to buy oil directly with yuan or the ruble, or maybe even gold, okay, which would be pretty big, okay? And this is part of this de-dollarization of the world. It will affect the markets. That's bigger than anything. It's going to cause inflation, okay? Because all of a sudden, all these dollars will be coming back into circulation, and they'll be worth less because there'll be so many more in circulation, okay? So that's another big thing that's happening. China is holding its Congress right now. So how China works, how its communist government kind of works, is that every 5 years, all the major leaders of the Chinese Communist Party get together, and they have what's called the Congress, and basically they set out a 5-year plan, and the leaders, they kind of, there might be some shuffling of power at the top, but they also release like a 5-year economic plan, right? So new regulations that they're gonna, do over the next 5 years regarding all matter of industries and credit markets, and on and on and on, right? And I think a really big thing that's going to happen, you guys, is there's going to be more pro-Bitcoin and cryptocurrency than people realize. And this is going to set up the next big bull run in the crypto markets and Bitcoin. Because a lot of people were scared that China would try to ban crypto markets and try to ban Bitcoin, okay? And I don't think that's going to happen at all. People think, China is not stupid. China understands that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are the future. They understand that it can't be stopped. And they also, the biggest thing is just the money incentive, right? So they know, so there's all these exchanges in China, right? Because a lot of Chinese investors, they buy and sell and they trade and they play the crypto game like a lot of us do. And, China doesn't want to lose out on that money and that fees. They don't want to lose out on that investment coming from the crypto markets. And they know that if they ban Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, it won't really stop them. It's just that all that money in trading fees and all that other stuff is just going to go to other countries, right? All the ICO money, all that stuff's just going to go to other countries. And so I don't think China's going to ban cryptocurrencies at all, because they're not stupid, and they're just like any government, and they want more money, right? And so they know that it's a taxable event when you buy and sell cryptocurrencies. And they're losing out on tax money basically, and so I don't think they'll do that at all. I think what's going to happen over this next week is that from the Congress they're going to release it's going to be more pro-crypto than people realize, and as people kind of read through what they're saying about how they're going to approach and regulate crypto markets and regulate the ICO markets, it's going to be very bullish, and then we're going to see the next bull run, hopefully in Litecoin. I'm holding quite a bit of Litecoin right now. I think we'll see a big bull run in Litecoin soon. Cliff High, who I follow a lot for cryptos, him and his web bots, like Big Square and Jason at 4. Cliff High thinks that Litecoin will hit triple digits soon, and I think so too. So yeah, it's dipped right now, so now's a great time. Buy with both hands, you guys. Buy that Litecoin. Bitcoin might dip. Bitcoin is kind of overbought. I think it'll go up more before it pulls back. But definitely, I think Litecoin is a solid buy right now. Litecoin there will be a period of time where Litecoin will probably be used, the most used cryptocurrency as money. Okay, so Bitcoin right now is a store of wealth, but it's slow. The network is full. It has high transaction fees, and even though it's a good store of wealth and it's really decentralized and it's censorship resistant, and Bitcoin is great. I love Bitcoin, but Litecoin I think will outcompete it, at least over the next 5 years, as money, because it's faster, it's cheaper to use, and I think it's just set up to be more like silver, right? It's kind of like silver and gold is what the analogy you kind of think of with Bitcoin and Litecoin. Bitcoin's more like gold. It's a store of wealth, and it'll be used for very large transactions to settle debts and things like that. But for day-to-day transactions, to buy a cup of coffee, you can't really use gold to buy a cup of coffee or something like that. Whereas with silver, you can, right? You can use a silver dime or a nickel or something like that. And historically, for small purchases, when people went to the market and stuff like that, in earlier times, they carried silver coins, right? They didn't carry gold. just because it was too cumbersome to use gold. And I think that'll be the case, once again with Bitcoin and Litecoin. Litecoin's just cheaper to use, it's faster, it confirms about 4 times faster than Bitcoin. And also through the Lightning Network, Bitcoin and Litecoin will be cross-compatible. And so even if, let's say, a vendor only wanted to accept Bitcoin, you can actually pay with it in Litecoin through basically a decentralized exchange through a smart contract. And basically you'd be using Litecoin, it would go to a smart contract, it would do automatic escrow where it converts the Litecoin into Bitcoin, and then they would receive the Bitcoin on the Lightning Network, okay? Which is really cool. And this opens up a whole new field of decentralized exchanges, because not only can you do that with Bitcoin and Litecoin, but you'll be able to do that with a bunch of crypto assets, so Ethereum and Vertcoin, which is another cryptocurrency. All these different cryptocurrencies will be, they'll have cross-atomic swaps, they call them. They'll be decentralized exchanges, basically. So I think Litecoin's a buy, and now is, really a little bit of a quiet time with everything, but I think that we're going to really pick up speed in the winter months, and then next spring it's going to be really crazy. We're going to see a lot more banks maybe going down, a lot more crazy news, because a lot of things you have to realize are going to be brought to the light from the deep state. Okay, so one of those things is the JFK docs. That's going to be brought up from the deep state. That's going to be a big thing. Another one is going to be the pedophilia in Hollywood. Okay, Henry Weinstein, whatever the hell his name is, that Hollywood director that recently got busted for sexual abuse. That is just the tip of the iceberg. People have no idea how deep and dark it goes in the, in the liberal elite, in the Hollywood. And I don't mean to say liberals. I mean, it happens at the top of the Republican Party too. Although, to be honest, I don't think it's as widespread. But it's in Hollywood, you guys, and in the inner circles of these elite, like George Soros and some of these people have no idea how dark it is. And it's going to come out more and more, the pedophilia, the child abuse, the satanic rituals they do. It's crazy stuff, and it's going to come out more, and this stuff comes out more and more. And the stuff with the JFK docs, the deep state is going to unravel more and more, and this actually will create distrust in the financial markets eventually. So buy your silver, buy your crypto, strengthen your body and your mind for these crazy times. We need to follow our own intuition and really strengthen our body. Most people's bodies are very weak at this time, and they can't handle stress. I'm around a lot of people, they can't even handle the stress of a 9-to-5 job, which really shouldn't even be that difficult if you think about how hard people used to have to work. People used to have to wake up at 6 a.m. and work till night every single, 6-7 days a week, basically, out in the farm or wherever they worked. Okay. The young people I'm around, their bodies are very, very sick, and they can't handle anything. And you begin to realize that even though it's going to be crazy times, if you are smart with your money and you work hard and you take care of yourself and you strengthen your body, you'll be okay. You're going to be okay. Just, and the cryptos are like a shield, I've realized, is that as all these other things, all this craziness, the cryptos, Bitcoin and Litecoin, they just the networks get stronger and stronger, and you get more and more returns on your money, and it's like a safe haven for me. I feel it too. It's like I have such a financial buffer now, due to cryptocurrencies, where I can, even if something really bad happened in my life, I could withstand it pretty well. But that's it for today's video. Calm before the storm, you guys. You can feel it in the air, and it's gonna happen soon. The JFK docs, all this crazy stuff, and you need to be prepared. Healthy mind, body, and spirit as we get ready, and save as much as you can. Buy your silver and your cryptos, and get prepared for the next couple years, because it's just gonna be a crazy couple years, you guys. All right, peace.